Sagittarius, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Saggies, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, so let me put this here, okay. All right. Take what resonates with you, Saggies, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Saggies. Sagittarius. Hello, what are we doing today? Two cards for Sagittarius for their highest good spirit. Oh, one more card. That one just popped out, literally. Okay, so here we go. It says, Gates of Triumph. Success expands in your life. Wow, that's beautiful. So if you look at it closely, it's, you know, you see that path and it's going towards that light, that bright light, you know, it's going to be successful. You're walking, there's nothing, you know, stopping you now. There's going to be success and victory. So it's beautiful. And then it says, answering the call, the time is now. So definitely, if you have any projects that you are wanting to do, anything that you're wanting to start, goals, dreams, new projects, anything, start it now. It's time, because you're going to be successful. You're on this path where success is coming in, even though, you know, it could start off bumpy, or it could, you know, it could be smooth sailing. Who knows? We just know that it's time to start it. Okay. So nice. All right. So Sagittarius, take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let me just shuffle these a little bit more. They were pre-shuffled, so I'm just shuffling them just a little bit more. All right, here we go. Alrighty. This is for Saggies for their highest good. One card for the current, one for the situation, one for the past, one for what's hidden, hopes and fears, one for what you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. Interesting. Nice. All right. So, Saggies, let's see. Let me pull up my card over here. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Got it. Got that. Okay, good. All right, so you start off with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is talking about some kind of wealth that's coming through. You're also trying to start you're trying to bring a strong foundation, stability here. I feel like you're trying to establish yourself. You're going to be able to make any kind of decisions that come your way, especially if it involves finances. You have the Five of Swords for the situation. The situation is that you're still holding on to this anger, this anxiety, this frustration, you know, but we'll see. Yeah, the Empress for the past or now. I believe it's now. I feel like you're trying to create some kind of idea. I feel like it's time for you to create it, because there's growth here, there's abundance, there's compassion, and there's love here also. You do have the Four of Cups for what's hidden. The Four of Cups is asking you to really stay focused on things, because you need to. Right now, it seems like you're very disconnected. It could be the new moon also that's making you feel like that. And you are definitely going through a lot of changes, because for the hopes and fears, you do have the Death card. The hopes and fears is the Death card is talking about that, you know, you're not the same person anymore. You have changed. Changes have come through. You're feeling it, you know it's there. You know, you're not feeling like you're the same either. You know, your feelings and the way you are and the way you're doing things is different. So you're going through this big change. It could also be an ending that's coming in, or like the end of a cycle, an end of a chapter. You have the Strength card here, and the Strength card is asking you to find your strength, your patience, your calmness, to, you know, use everything that you've been going through as lessons, you know, just move forward. You do have the Nine of Pentacles and what you need to work on, and that's working on yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is talking about, you know, that you're very independent. You know how to establish yourself. You know how to create that material success, but you also need to trust yourself and what you're doing. You have the justice card for the outcome, and justice is here. There is a truth here too, also, that could be coming in, or you may be speaking about, or that you've heard. There is justice here. Things are trying to balance out for you. So let's see. Let's see what the cards say, Saggies. Sagittarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Saggies. Saggies. All right, here we go. Okay, Spirit, this is for Sagittarius for their highest good. King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow. So you have moved on to a new cycle because you're showing what's showing up for you is nines. So nines are like completing cycles. So you're moving forward. If you don't know that, you are. Spiritually, the cycles that you're moving through is you're on a 9 right now. So it's very nice. It's like you're completing things, you're moving forward. So it's good. All right, because you have you have the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and what other card? I thought I saw another 9 here. Well, either way, they're 9s. A lot of 9s are showing up. So here we go. All right, so you do have the King of Pentacles here. You start off, you want that strong foundation. You want that stability. Of course you do. We all do, right? We all want it. You're trying to establish yourself in any way, shape, way, or form, and it's going to be there. I feel like there's also some kind of wealth coming through. I feel like you're going to be able to make strong foundations, especially with your finances. But you really are going through a lot right now. You're in your mind a lot. Really pay attention to things, okay? Even though you're able to handle things and you're able to be independent and you're able to make these finances, these choices, you still got to get out of your mind, okay? Because you're in your mind a lot. You're overthinking about everything. You're worried, maybe you're worried about establishing yourself, or for some of you, maybe you're worried about your finances. Maybe you feel like you're lacking. But I feel like you're not. You're going to be okay. And I feel like you just need to change your mindset and things. You've been thinking a lot. You've been thinking about the past, being nostalgic. Like I said, you're really overthinking about a lot of things, because you do have the 6 of Cups here. You have the 6 of Cups because you could be going through this healing, because you are definitely going through this huge transformation where you're changing. Things are changing a lot for you. You're not the same person that you used to be, like I said. You could be feeling like, thinking about the past, thinking about everything that you've been through, gone through, said, or people have said to you, or people have done to you, and you're feeling very nostalgic. I also feel like you could be thinking about your family or your siblings. But you're going through a healing, I feel like there's a healing here, and I feel like you just need to trust the process and get out of your mind, because if you don't stay positive or you don't go with everything that's going on, I feel like it's going to hold you back from a lot of things, because you already feel like you're disconnected. You're already going through a lot of changes. Okay, so really try your best to change your mindset to positive. You have the 5 of Swords here, and the 5 of Swords is saying, why is the 5 of Swords in this situation? For Saggies, wow, one more card. See, you're really, I'm going to show this to you because this is very interesting, because this is in the situation. You started off with the 5 of Swords, and you get another 5 of Swords out of a different tarot deck. That's the spirits telling you, hey, there's something going on. Why are you so angry? Why do you feel so frustrated? Why do you feel like arguing and mad all the time? And you've been through it. You've been through a lot. I've seen the cards. I've done your readings, and I've seen them. You have been through a lot. But it's time to let it go. It's time to let go of this frustration. It's time to let go of this anger that you carry on with you, and you need to try your best to do that. It's just like you're just keeping that inside of you, and it's not really good. Okay. they want you to rest. You know, start resting, clearing your mind, finding that peace of mind. You need to. It's time, okay? You know, you are changing, you're going with the change, but it's also, you're also feeling down. You know, maybe it's the truth that you found out. Maybe there was something that you had to speak about, and now you feel regretful. Now you feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. Shouldn't have done it this way. Now I'm doing this. You know, you just got to keep pushing forward, okay? Rest when you need it. You do have the Empress card here. I do feel like you need to start making plans and making projects, start putting projects out there, start putting what you believe in and believe in yourself that you can create whatever it is that you want. I feel like you're going to need to plant that seed so that you can prosper from it. And I also feel like there is abundance. There could be somebody around you that's pregnant, or it could be you that's pregnant. And I do feel like you need to take care of yourself. Really take care of yourself. Your emotional and your physical. Really take care of yourself. Take it easy and start taking care of yourself. Rest when you feel like resting. You know, eat light, right? Drink water. You know, take care of yourself. Nobody else is going to do it but yourself, okay? And then you have the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups is talking about what's hidden. One more card. Yeah, so you're really feeling, you know, at times you feel like you're very disconnected. There's been opportunities around you that maybe you haven't seen, you know, and they want you to be really focused. Try focusing on things. Try to keep things balanced, okay? Because you do have the Temperance card, which is your card, came into your own reading. So there's something here that you really need to see, okay? You have the Temperance card here, and they're asking you to balance everything, you know, from your emotions to what you're doing. Try to keep everything balanced. You're very divinely guided. If you didn't know, you are. I feel like you are definitely on the right path, even though you feel like it's not. There's success here. There's victory, success, but you're just not looking at it. You just don't want. It's like almost as if, you know, you're frustrated. You're too frustrated. You have a lot of anxiety. You're angry. You know that you're too angry to see things, and you're very disconnected. And I want you to start focusing. Okay, try to keep everything balanced. Try to be calm about things, even though you're not seeing everything. Have patience for everything. Okay. And you're making plans. You know, you do have plans. You're just not saying anything about it. And I feel like you're just keeping it on the down low for now. Really be there could be a decision that you could be trying to make also. And I also feel like you just need to find your patience for everything. You have the Death card here for the hopes and fears. Why is the Death card here? One more card. So I feel like maybe at times too, I'm getting for some of you guys that I don't know who this message is that you want that change to come in. You do want that change. You want it to come in, and it will, but you know, you yourself are also going through a lot of changes, you know. First of all, you got to take care of yourself better. You really do. You got to clear your mind from all this anger and this frustration that you carry on with you. You know, you got to rest. You know, the Hermit is here, and he's talking about, you know, you're a teacher. You know, people look at you and they see things that they want to do that are like you. You know, you're to go within and clear your mind and really have peace of mind, because you don't have it right now. You're in this mode where you're like frustrated. You're angry. You know, you're mad at the world. There is a lot of changes that are going to come through. It could have been even a ending here. You know, but there's still wealth coming in. There's still, you know, you still need to start taking care of yourself. There's still ideas that you're trying to create, you know. You just got to move forward and give yourself some time, because you will move forward. It's just that you need to take care of yourself, especially your emotional state, your mentality, you know, here. You know, take care of yourself physically also. You know, all these cards are pointing to it, like, hey, you need to start taking care of yourself, because remember, you know, you may not be able to, later on, if you're not taking care of yourself as much as you should be, you know, later on the universe has a way to knock you down till you get rest. So make sure you do get something. Okay, take care of yourself. There is a lot of changes that you're going to go through. If you haven't yet, you will, because you're going through this huge transformation, this transition to the next level, to the next cycle. Because you're at a 9 right now. You're going to have a lot of changes. So be ready. You have the Strength card here. Why is the Strength card here? One more card. Wow. All right. So, wow. And the Empress again. That's crazy. Okay. So, Saggies, you do have the Strength card. And like I said, this right here that was in the past for the Empress, you know, it's here. She's showing up, okay? You're very loving, you're very compassionate, you know, you have that motherly energy. You know, whether you're a mother or not, you still have that motherly energy. You can be very loving, you know, but you got to take care of yourself. It shows up so much. Find your strength. And there's a pregnancy here also. I feel like there's a pregnancy here, because it shows up a lot. It's showing up a lot, and it's coming through. You have find your strength. Find your strength, your calmness, you know, your patience, you know, to do things. Okay. Take care of yourself. There is a lot of wealth coming through. There is some kind of prosperity coming in, so be ready. Abundance is here. Success is here for you also. And really stop caring about what anybody thinks or what everybody else is doing. Do yourself. Believe in yourself. Create what you want to do, what you believe in. You know, believe in yourself. You know, you need to. And stop caring so much about what people think or what they say, or what happens if they find out, or what happens if they see me doing this. You know, who cares? Just keep going forward. You know, it's nobody's business but yours. Then you have the Nine of Pentacles here. And why is the Nine of Pentacles here? For what you need to work on. One more card. Wow. Okay, so now you have 555. So remember how I told you there's going to be a lot of changes coming in. There is, okay, because you already have 555 here. So it's very interesting, okay? Really be prepared for all this that's going to change, because there's a lot of changes that are going to come through. You do have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is talking about you being very independent, you know, knowing how to handle yourself, trusting yourself in situations, trusting your decisions, you know, really trust yourself. You know, you've come a long way. You know, why shouldn't you trust yourself? You've done everything that you needed to do, you know. You work hard. You're very wise. You know, you're very strong-willed. You can be patient. You can get frustrated, but you can be patient when you want to. They want you to really just live in the moment, live life. You know, let everything just come in. Stop being angry. Stop, you know, caring about what anybody else thinks. You know, take care of you. You take care of yourself. You do what you have to do for yourself. Okay. You also have the Seven of Wands. You know, really stand up for what you believe in. If it's something, you know, that's crazy and you think it's going to work, well, then put it out there. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can create anything. You know, don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody rain on your parade. You know, really stand up for yourself. Okay. I feel like, you know, if you need help, ask for it also. And then you do have the Five of Pentacles, and at times you do feel down about things. You've been feeling down about things, you know, but I feel like this is just temporary. You're not going to be feeling like that all the time, but there is going to be a lot of changes that are going to come through. I'm not going to lie. There's going to be a lot of changes, but it's up to you to change your mindset, to have peace in your mind, because it's what you're thinking. If you're thinking, you know, if you're angry all the time, then it's not going to come in the way you want to. It's going to come in frustrated, you know, angry, you know, it's going to come in negative, you know. So really live life, take care of yourself, and change your mindset. You know, focus on things, because there are opportunities around you. You may be going through all these changes, but there's still opportunities there. There's still success there. There's a lot there, okay? And then you have the Justice card here. And why is the Justice card here for Sagittarius? One more card. Wow. There is some kind of decision that you're contemplating. You're going to be contemplating very soon. But there's also a truth here that you had to see, okay? That you either had to see or you're going to speak about. And it's here, okay? It's time to speak your truth, to stand up for what you believe in, to to say what's on your mind. Everything's going to come into balance itself. Things are going to balance out for you. Okay. Just have patience for everything, because you do have the Knight of Pentacles. You may not see everything all at once, and you may think, well, you said it was going to come in. Yes, it's going to come in, but you need patience. You need to just let everything come in the way it's supposed to. It's in divine timing. It will come in. Okay. You're going to see it. Just have patience. And there is that decision. You're trying to juggle everything. You're trying to do everything also. You really need to start taking it easy. Okay. It's time. I feel for some of you guys, there's going to be traveling. I feel like you just need to find your patience and everything. I feel like you need to take care of yourself better and really rest. Really, really rest. Get this frustration, this anger out, because you need it. You need to leave it behind. Have patience for everything, you guys, because you're going through a big transition right now. Everybody is going through something. So it's either healing or you're transforming into somebody better. Okay, so just remember that. All right, so Saggies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.